Mira Business FM, where business comes to talk.
This is the morning drive here at Mira Business FM. Welcome to the show. My name's Tim Elliott. We're on the website mirabusiness.fm or across social media. And if you want to catch up with something and view or listen again, wherever you download your podcast, just search Mira Business FM. Contact us, info@mira.fm and or whatsapp.mira.fm. You can WhatsApp us directly here in the studio. Now, real estate here in the UAE next. In Sharjah, the property market just posted its highest ever monthly performance. Total real estate transactions, 9.5 billion dirhams in November. It's a milestone that underscores broad-based demand across residential, commercial, industrial and land sectors. And in neighbouring Dubai, the market remains, shall we say, buoyant, with over 19,000 transactions recorded in November 2025. That's driven more than 64.7 billion dirhams in total values. That's a year-on-year surge in both volume and, I guess as well, investment confidence. So what's driving these extraordinary market trends? What does all this mean for buyers, for investors, and for the future of UAE real estate? Those are some questions. I'm going to put Rohit Bachani, who is the co-founder of Merlin Real Estate, joins us on the show. Rohit, it's good to have you with us.
Thank you so much. What a pleasure.
It's a pleasure to have you as well. Good of you to join us. So look, both Sharjah and Dubai posting record-breaking numbers this November. Sharjah, 9.5 billion in transactions. Dubai with more than 19,000 deals. It's been a great year in real estate. Can you break down the reason for this particular surge? It's across the Emirates.
Well, thank you for, first of all, having me at your lovely show. Uh, Being a UAE resident here all my life, I'm born in Dubai. Uh, and my first 10 years of my life in the 80s was in Sharjah, which was incidentally a more vibrant city than Dubai in the 80s. Sharjah was a cultural hub, and I'm so glad Sharjah is finding its place in the sun. And while Dubai is Dubai, it's not knock in the shoulder that we're getting Dubai, Sharjah, such beautiful numbers. And I would say our driving force for, of course, the whole Emirate, we all know where it is, but I would like to put a little bit of uh, uh, direct thought process on Sharjah is because of Arada. You know, Arada is one of the prime uh, developers. How we have Imar and Akhil and Dubai properties in Dubai, and this is one of the prime reasons Sharjah is growing very well. Uh, they have these lovely forest communities called Masar. They are making business hubs on the 311 and quality homes, quality accommodation, luxury homes, which was missing in Sharjah. And investors are seeing the opportunity. They're seeing quality at good pricing. And if I could just point at one thing why Sharjah is growing so well is I would put Arada on the forefront.
Okay, so look, the month for Sharjah of November saw broad activity across residential, commercial, and the land segments. How does investor appetite there differ from what we're seeing in Dubai, for example?
Well, what I see, I just came back from Shanghai a couple of days ago for one of the largest property shows over there called the LPS. And these are right from the horse's mouth, from the investors. They have a big appetite in Sharjah because they do feel sometimes, look, we might have missed a boat. We understand Dubai is a great market. Dubai is uh, where all the action is, but it might be plateauing, or we might not see those double digit growths in our ROEs, and that's where Sharjah can pick it up. So if you do get that FOMO thought process that I might have missed a boat, Sharjah is considerably cheaper, giving a very similar type of quality, maybe just 20 kilometers down the road. And with quality developers, like I said, coming in the picture and bringing many of the phases have been handed over, and investors have seen this is exactly what we are getting. The appetite is just growing, and the price is a major reason that we are seeing Sharjah taking a lot of laurels currently.
It's the new kid on the block. The next thing, isn't it? I guess. Look,
Yes. Yes.
there's a Value Strat Property Index report out, a recent report. Dubai's November figures. Let's look at those. Show strong growth in apartments and plots valuations as well. What trends do you see emerging in buyer preferences within the Emirate? End users versus investors, local versus international.
Great. Let's get back to Dubai. That's where, like we said, most of the action happens. Well, it's not just this November's trend or 2025. It's a trend I'm seeing since the last 5 years, where you see villas and townhouses, they get grabbed up immediately. You have those lines are real lines of brokers queuing for your investors, trying to pick up stocks, and those trends still are there. And if not anything, they're growing. The minute you see a launch of a townhouse or a villa community, they are getting scarce. I mean, you're seeing a lot less of these launches. Obviously, so because there's less land left in Dubai. And the minute these launches come up, especially from the big boys like the Emirates and Akils and Dubai Holding, uh, you'll be very lucky to get stock in that. So plots, obviously, those are for the developers. Apartments are doing great. But simple advice: if you can get your hands on on townhouses and villas, you're going to be a lucky chap.
Well, you're absolutely right. If you look at some of the figures around villas this year, sharp appreciation would be, I guess, an understatement. 30.7% year on year growth. Average sale prices for villas, something like 4 million dirhams, just over that, I think. Average villa rents, just under 190,000 dirhams a year. That's up about 7.5% year on year. Yields 4.8%, around there. The burning question is, and I guess the answer is pretty simple here, how long is that going to continue to hold up? It's not going to end anytime soon, I suppose.
You're absolutely right. It's just a simple economics, demand, supply. They don't make more of land anymore. So everyone's going vertical. Apartment blocks are coming up, and villas, townhouses. If you see them, grab them. That's all I can say.
Rohit, let me ask you a little bit about you and your guys at Merlin. I know you're kind of known for being quite tech forward. I think it's fair to say. There's a compliment for you. But data analytics, digital property platforms, in particular with you guys. How does technology give you an edge? And also, how has tech changed the way buyers and sellers engage with the market here in the UAE?
Well, thank you for the compliment. I think it's just this wonderful city where we live in. If anything, we follow then lead. The Dubai DLE works on blockchain. We are all inspired by them. The other Emirates are following suit. You have these lovely property softwares way before us, like DXP Interact, which makes it so transparent. And what we try to do is we try to future proof the investor's thought process. We've launched a software called HexaGene, which essentially was used to find out what diseases you might get by putting your DNA in. But what was interesting is we found out if we the same parameters are put in real estate. Now, a DNA can take millions of parameters and find out what disease you might get. And that's what we were really working in being in a tech front. And we actually had sold the software. We took a little spin on it, put it on real estate, and now the same million parameters, which are tremendously less in real estate. There are no million parameters, essentially, maybe a few hundreds. We've been able to pretty much, I would be very confident to say 99 to 100% future proof your price thought processes. And that's where I'm coming from. It's not emotion, it's data driven. That the more townhouses and villas you can get your hands on, the better is it for the investor. So HexaGene is a great software. We've been selling it to developers as well, and it's doing pretty good for the whole market and in the industry itself.
How important is regulatory clarity and then I guess an efficient infrastructure for transactions in sustaining well, the only word is confidence, really. If you look at these record transaction figures that we're seeing, but what would you say? How important is that kind of regulatory clarity?
Well, that trumps right at the top. The regulatory clarity. I have the good fortune of owning homes in the UK, in the States, in the East Coast, the West Coast. And don't get me wrong, they act. My lease is 400 years old in the UK. So the United Kingdom and America literally wrote the land laws. Uh, but coming down to Dubai, it's a different cup of tea. It's so humbling. Uh, I can't believe it. I mean, it's not just because we are born in Dubai. I'm born in Dubai. Uh, Having the exposure of buying properties across the world, Dubai is seamless. And for doing this in less than 2 decades, and the DLD running on blockchain, I'm talking about Dubai right now, uh, being so transparent, and that makes a very big reason why we are seeing these numbers. The numbers are right in front of you. I don't need to repeat it. I've been hearing you. $150 billion just came into 2024.
Mm.
It's right in the front. Having your title deed with a QR code, having these lovely Ijari contracts where that with smart rental indexes going in, the tenant is protected, the landlord is protected. Uh, don't get me wrong. I love the UK. I love the USA. But you put that cherry on top with no taxes. It's a whole different ballgame. And Dubai is that's the reason it's right in the forefront.
No, I can echo that. I think that's a perfectly reasonable statement. The data really
Yes.
doesn't lie, and I also kind of detect. You've mentioned a couple of times. Born here. You're obviously very proud to be born here. You feel a real connection to the UAE.
Yes, all my life. My grandfather came here in a boat in the 60s, and my mom and my dad are here. I'm third generation. My son is the fourth. Even though I'm a proud expat, I still feel a connection, and thank you for recognizing it. It's a beautiful city to be in. I wouldn't be anywhere else.
It's a nice thing to hear. Let's talk a little bit about those historic numbers, not the numbers per se, but I'm just interested in your opinion. Are we seeing any signs of shifts in price appreciation, rental yields, or maybe supply side dynamics that investors should be aware of?
Thank you, Tim. Uh, well, I might just echo what you will say. The downtown center of Dubai, with property prices in doubling, if not quadrupling, obviously our rental yields would go down to maybe where to worldwide rates, to where London, New York, Moscow, even the subcontinent cities like Mumbai, Delhi, it's hovering at 3%. So there are a lot of times investors come and hear the big numbers. Look, I understand Dubai is at 7, 8, 9% rental yields. Uh, well, yes and no. I'm particularly talking about rental yields right now. With property prices going up, a 2 million dirham property hypothetically giving you 200,000 maybe 5 years ago is now valued at 5 million, and you're still getting 200,000 rent. So you're getting 4% rental yield. So yes, Dubai is maturing, it's plateauing, which is a good sign in my opinion. And there are places outskirts of Dubai, suburbs, where there are those magic 7, 8, 9% yields still available. But downtown is more like a trophy property. It's more of a stable property, like how you have Central London, Chelsea, Mayfair, and that's a typical rent yields you should expect. So those are the trends I do feel people should know about.
How do you advise clients, Rohit, when it comes to evaluating opportunities in areas like Sharjah, emerging areas versus, the established hubs like Dubai, as you mentioned there, particularly if clients are obviously looking for long-term capital growth?
Well, Tim, I have been talking a lot about townhouses and villas, and if there are any townhouses and villas left in the UAE country, it's more available in the Emirate of Sharjah.
Yeah.
So that's what I advise people. Look, if you still are looking for townhouses and villas, look a little bit northwards. uh, put your compass north side of UAE, and you will be able to get what you're looking for. And there's no harm, 20 kilometers down from Burj Khalifa, the Emirate of Sharjah starts. So UAE is a small country, and if you are hard pressed to anyway find good inventory, I would suggest go to Sharjah. There's nothing wrong in it, even though it does have a different name. With all the new highways coming up, let's be honest, we really don't know when Dubai ends and Sharjah starts.
I think that's been the case for a few years. In some ways, you could argue it. Based on the recent data, some of the data that we've been kind of banding about today, which types of property, off plan, ready to move, mixed use, do you think currently offer more value or more upside?
That's a great question. Without endorsing brands, this is my personal opinions. Where I have skin in the game. It's a no-brainer. Emar is always number one. Ready to move, off plan, whatever. If you get Emar, just pick it up because they don't. It's tough to get. And what I love is Emar also has a sister company called Town Square Nashama. It's a beautiful community. Incidentally, it's run by Mr. Mohammed Al Abbas' son, Mr. Rashid Al Abbas. He's a chairman,
Okay.
and he's done a tremendous job. It's not much in the media because it sells on its own, uh, and brokers don't talk much about it because it's limited inventory. But those who are in Dubai from a long time, like me, do understand the advantages of what Town Square Nashama does. I already spoke a little about Arada and Sharjah, but these are, I think, some hidden gems where investors would be quite pleased to look at.
I'm with you on Town Square, I have to say.
Thank
I
you.
nearly moved in there a few years ago and didn't, and I sort of regret it. I've got to be honest. When it comes to, talking to investors, what kind, any risks or any points of caution that should be considered? I mean, things like affordability pressure, I suppose, or maybe cyclical shifts as the market continues the way the market is going. I mean, the momentum is strong.
Uh, yes, not everything can be a bed of roses. Thank you for bringing it up, Tim. Uh, if they are apartment blocks, I would advise these are very basic things, but I tell people to unlearn more than learn because there's so much information out there. It'll be better if we start unlearning information than getting more data and getting a cup brim, to the top. Stick to the big boys, stick to the good developers. I know there are a lot of good smaller developers out there. It wouldn't be fair to not appreciate them. But as a first-time investor in Dubai, uh, get villas, get townhouses. If you're looking at apartment blocks which are for the affordability range, I've already given my opinion. Town Square is beautiful, run by great people. Uh, 3-4 thousand dirham square foot for a apartment nowadays does seem a little steep. And don't get me wrong, in Palm we have apartment blocks that going at 7 to 8 thousand dirhams as well. But do your research. There's still opportunities to get apartments at 1,000, 1,500, 2,000 dirhams a square foot. If you're a first time investor, stick to those budgets. Unless you really want a trophy property, you want to stay at the Palm, great, go for it. But maybe keep your price per square foot a little bit lower than the average, is what I would stick to.
Traditionally, Rohit, this is the time of year when we look back and we then project forward. I seem to spend most of December asking these kinds of questions, but I think they're important. And I wanted to ask you, broadly speaking, how was 2025? How will you look back on 2025?
Uh, well, I know my whole interview seems like I'm endorsing Dubai, but it's been Christmas all year round. Many people try to hide their successes, but it has been a little torrid time during COVID. I've seen 2008. So when the times are good, I think we should own it. 2025 has been a beautiful year, I think, for not just real estate, for businesses across UAE. And yeah, I just hope 2026 can follow suit. It's been lovely. I know I'm sounding maybe over positive, but it is from a realist point of view, it's been one of the better years of the decade.
Okay, so let's look at 2026, and I guess positivity is going to continue. There's no reason for it not to. If you look at Value Strat once again, and also aggregated land department data, they're both projecting momentum continuing into 2026. We're going to have more people coming. Population's going to grow. There are AI tech investments expected. Prime locations are scarce. As you say, so clearly people are going to be looking and are going to have to look around. What do you expect for the coming year for 2026?
Well, I would say start early in 2026. Value strat and most of the think tanks are predicting price increases, not just in real estate, or even in your local Rolex dealer. Everything's going to go up. So buy early, buy smart, and enjoy the profits. What else can I say?
Do you know what? It's been great talking to you, Rohit. I appreciate it. I know
This is-
you're in the car.
Thank you.
You're obviously headed
No, it's great.
somewhere.
I'm parked. I'm all right. And Tim, it's such a pleasure speaking to you. Thank you
It's
for your
been good
time.
to have you on. Rohit Bachani is the co-founder of Merlin Real Estate in
Yes.
the UAE. Great to have you, Rohit. Thank you.
It was an honor. Thank you. Cheers.
This is Mira Business FM.